Hey guys, Bottom35 here playing FSX once again. Today, we'll be doing the final leg. Which do we need to turn? Sorry, so shift P1. We'll be doing the final leg of the flight from Portland back to Blagnac in Toulouse. Actually, let me just go into fuel and payload. Fuel and payload, yeah, into payload, change payload. 0, 0, 0, 0. Come on. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. And it says it's over the gross weight, however, I've taken off with this many times that weight. So yeah. We'll turn that way. Take off. We won't actually do a flyover at this airport. We'll just simply pull out, or, simply climb out. It's not time and there's not many people around to see it. Yeah, I still have the parking brake on. I'll turn on the anti-lock braking system, the ABS. Or anti-skid, but anti-skid and anti-lock I think are the same thing. Shift P and let's go. That's weird. When I landed, if you remember, there was no spoiler-ons, and now there are. Let's go. Come on. Need to give this thing a lot of power for it to move. Line up, and off it goes. Off it'll go. Back. Trans-American and also trans-Atlantic route at the same time. We might need to move a bit. We'll probably be flying a bit quicker than you'd normally do. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm going to actually just slow.
On taxiway. Approaching 28 left. On taxiway. Approaching 28 left.
No, there's one set of
approaching 28 left.
Come on. Turn. Engines are set to full power. Should be
on runway 28 left.
There we go, we're ready to go. So this could be difficult, as I think Portland might have a relatively short runway compared to some of the other airports we've been flying to or from. And there's also a big bridge, so if we're not able to take off, then that bridge could cause us problems. Okay, we're at 140 knots. See the wings are lifting. I think just to be safe, we'll use all of this runway to guarantee that we'll be able to go off. And rotate. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. Flaps up. Let's turn on the autopilot and fly out. I should have master warning system. I'm still have control of the throttle though, just for safety reasons, because we are performing quite a harsh climb out. These guys landed us on the shorter runway. We were able to stop, but yeah, good thing I didn't decide to try to take off on that. Considerably easier to land than take off, because you need to be going at almost 200 knots to take off, whereas you're coming at 160 to land. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video here, and I'll see you guys once we begin our approach into Toulouse-Blagnac. See you then. Okay guys, we're beginning our descent. Oh no, we're not genuine our IFR destination. Cancel. We're beginning our descent by descending to 27,000. feet. Let's get the spoilers out and descend at negative 3,000 feet per minute. Once we land, we'll have done an around the world trip in real time. This might become like a yearly thing. It's up to different aircraft every time. How far are we from Toulouse? No idea. Actually, there's an easy way to check. Yes, it's a bit over 120. Or a bit under 120 nautical miles. I think this will be a nighttime landing, however we'll get to see a sunset just before we touch down. There we go. How close are we? What altitude? 31,000 feet. I don't know why that was a master caution warning there. Honestly, no clue. What's ECAM? Oh, well, that's engine something. I'm presuming the sun just got low enough for the cockpit lights to illuminate. Let me see. Right. I want to brighten everything up because that is required at the moment, I believe. That's weird, that actually needs to make my head hurt. Oh wait. We're 98 miles northwest, turn left heading 140. Why have I always been told to turn to heading 140? No designed approach runway 32 left. Well, that's the one we took off, and I think I can land on that one. Not actually 32 left. Let's check that out. Zoom in. And that took off on 14 left. I'll see if I can request 14 left or 14. I highly doubt I can. However, I'll try. Select another approach. Yeah, select ILS runway 14 left. Request approach. Expect ILS runway 14 left. Circle to land runway 32 left. Are you kidding me? I'll acknowledge, but I'm not going to circle for that. Circle for landing? That just means an approach like that. And I'll select another approach 32 left, I don't know. Acknowledge. Descend to 15,000 feet. (150) negative 3,000. Acknowledge. Sidestep runway 32 left. Right. Does that mean I approach 32 left and switch over? Alright, select another runway for landing. Runway 32 left if that's an option made. Yeah, I would prefer runway 32 left if that's an option. Thank you. Wait a second, actually, select another approach. Stand by. Oh, that's runway 14 right. Select just final approach. Request approach. And then maybe I can select another runway. I'm not sure. I'm just experimenting here. Turn left heading 135. Oh, this is new. Acknowledge. Okay, then select another runway for landing. Is that an option? No, back. Acknowledge. We'll have to change. Select another approach. Runway 32 right, I don't know. I'm overcomplicating this, I know. Thank God this isn't an actual ATC person, or they would probably kill me. Sidestep. Are you kidding me? Select another runway for land. Can I get runway 32 right? Yeah, just... Alright, I'll acknowledge that assigned approach. Right, this is the one I wanted to click to zoom in. There we go. Contact Bordeaux Center on 121.25. Tune Bordeaux Center, contact Bordeaux Center. I think while we're above 10,000 we're actually going to give it a bit more welly. Well, actually that doesn't really matter. Let's check what air traffic is. This an Orbit Airline 737, an A321, an MD-83, 737, 737, A321, Baron, Skyhawk, King Air, Maul, Orion, and that's it. What we're going to do is we're going to have to circle around the airport and then land. Which I mean we can't do that, it's just going to take a bit longer. That's so cool. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, hashtag whalejet. It's an actual tag. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to turn the brightness back down. Because with those lighting, I'm just not. Etwas nicht gut. So that's some kind of. I think that is an airliner, so it's not a general aviation aircraft. I do think. Yes. Yeah, VC is just zoomed in. That's why. And that's the thing that I dislike. That's also a range thing. I see. Yeah, Toulouse is Airbus's main base of operations. It's also where I think Airbus's predecessor, Aerospatiale, built the Concords. I think Concords because there were multiple built, you know, for Air France and BA. BA equals British Airways for those of you who are not familiar with aircraft terminology. Wait, hold on, how does that work? I did that and then I pressed it once and it didn't close. It closed for a bit then opened again. Okay. 40. LFCW. So that's already out of our range in the radar. You can't turn on terrain on nav display, because I think that's what terrain on ND means. Center nose gear set. That little thing is so cool. It makes me feel happy just to know that if you use separate nose gear steering. Turn right heading 170. Acknowledge. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to turn to heading 1240. Well, they didn't correct me, so 170 it is. maybe they're just then telling me to turn back to 140, which would really make me upset. Yeah, you can see most aircraft, the cabin walls curve inwards. At last stage. Turn left heading. Yep. Acknowledge. Heading 140. I'm presuming that's Toulouse straight ahead of us. Left wing view. Right wing view. Left engine view. Right engine view. Main gear cam. Huh. No, it's definitely facing forwards. I just can see the nose gear wheels, doors, deploy. This is an actual camera, I think, mounted on actual A380s. There is an actual camera mounted in the tail that gives us that view. Quite a lot of these have, you can see these are called view. So yeah, I think you could, Lufthansa I think offers that in the in-flight entertainment system. You can actually watch the aircraft from the tail cam, the main, the tail cam is definite. I'm not sure of the other cameras, because the pilots need that because of the size of the aircraft, and they're saying, hey, why not make it available to passengers as well? You gotta love Lufthansa for that. I'll put it down shortly. So this is the second leg I complete today. The first one was, of course, the Hong Kong-Portland leg, which was an overnighter. And next is this.
No.
I'm waiting for the next ATC callouts, which will probably be to tell us to descend further. Because you're moving faster than you normally would, but that's just to save time. Floor marker. That would not be what a floor marker switch changes. I'm not sure how ILS on it's not going to hurt anybody. It's probably more than a bit too early to do it, but might as well do it. Yeah, sometimes the textures take a while to load in. Outside, top down. That there, I think, would be Toulouse, because that's the largest city in the area. If we zoom out, you can see Ireland here, you can see Britain. Sender maintains 7,000. Acknowledge, slow down to 240 knots. We'll still be flying too fast, I know, but might as well at least try. Yeah, we're doing quite a quick descent, however we are losing speed quite aggressively. I wish I could just pull those back. So I'm saying 110. Acknowledge. Heading 110. I think that's another aircraft slides that just don't load. But why does it take up that much space on the screen? Oh, we have to contact Toulouse approach. That means we're close. Now let's zoom in. June contact. For 3001. Well, it's 3004. Here it says. Turn out heading 135. Acknowledge. Turning to heading 135. With message. It says our ET. That's ETA. It's meant to be his estimated time of arrival is 3 minutes, but that I think is a bit inaccurate, as we'll have to kind of fly around. 7,000 feet. Oh yeah, that means the landing lights on. Seatbelts and all that on. That light looks a lot less messed up now. Put it in the spoilers. It's a bit cloudy, but hopefully as we descend further back, those clouds should go away. Let's just go to mapping for the moment, just to see how we're going. Relative. Right, so I think we'll need to we'll basically just do something along the lines of that. Maybe go out a bit further, I'm not sure. And we're ascending. Drop the nose, Airbus. I know. I'm working on it. Acknowledge the instructions. Yeah, that's a sound switch. Send to maintain 7,000. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Why does it go up that fast? It's clearly unnecessary. And we're only 100 above now. Come on. Don't mess with me. I'm really not in the mood to be messed with. Right then. Maybe now you'll cooperate. I already have the altitude set up. Maybe you can't mess that up. Or am I being too optimistic? Yeah, there's this MFD and stuff. Yeah. Shortly we'll have done the first our first round the world trip in an Airbus A380. Turn top down. Yeah, that's definitely it. Turn out heading 170. Acknowledge. Right. 170. Everything should be fine. Yep. Where is the airport actually? Where's Blagnac, or however the bloody hell you pronounce it? French names are just complicated. I think that there's actually Blagnac. Just, yeah, that looks like it's the same rough shape as Blagnac, or I don't know how you pronounce it. I have no clue how you pronounce it. I'm going to quickly see if I could... Oh, turn... Are you kidding me? Oh, come on, you're really getting on my nerves. 135. Yep. Heading back to where we were. I don't like it when he's like, okay, you can turn to this heading. Okay, I'm about to reach that heading. Okay, now turn back to the heading you already had. What? What's the bloody point? Just tell me to turn. Tell me just to not turn. LFDG. No, I don't think that's ours. Screw it, let's just zoom in further. If I can find the button. Lots of brightness. There was another. I think it was this one. Yeah, that zoomed it into 10. Okay, that's cool. I'm figuring this out. So if you look over there, I believe, or is it there? No, actually things obscured by the cloud, so we can't do anything. I can't show you where Toulouse is. Come on. I don't want to time accelerate because I've already gone this far without time acceleration. We'll turn right slowly. Come on. Turn. Just tell us to turn right already, Denver. I'm going to shut you out and land this aircraft my way. And trust me, that's not going to end well for anybody. Especially with me flying out. Let's pull these sunshades down. Why? I don't know, I just feel like it. We're not worried about the sun getting in our eyes, but I just turned that on because I felt like it. I'm going to spin that all the way around back to 135. I'm just doing that because I'm bored. Right, that's the only reason I'm doing it. Oh, we didn't even turn 10 degrees. Oh, thank God, that's good. Turn right heading 205. 205, descend and maintain 3,000. Negative 3,000 feet per minute. Descent rate. And we'll gradually slow down. Oh, there's an aircraft up there. Air traffic. Not much. That's an interesting way to load that in. Which we're leveling out. I can go over there and see if I can see the airport yet. Yeah, I think that would be where the airport is. In fact, there are 3 switches for nav display range. Right, turn right heading 230. Acknowledge. 230. Right, coming in fast. There's some fields and some houses here. That's us. Just this A380. Zooming over the French countryside. Contact. Frank Casal approach. Yeah, I don't do French. I don't learn French. Don't do what you did last time, Airbus. Just don't. Well, actually, I'm going to do what I did last time. Just descend nice and slowly. That's what 3015. There's a high pressure zone, I believe, here. Keep descending slowly. Just being extremely careful to try to get that as close as possible. And that's going to have to do, because I'm not going to fiddle any further. You're 21 miles southeast, turn right, heading 290. That's runway 32 right, approach, acknowledge. So was I correct in my assumption of the location of Blagnac? These were only 20 miles out. That means I need to set that to 20 miles. Which runway? 32 right? Is it? Blagnac. It is 32 right, yep. Contact. Banderas, 32 right approach. You set off. Fly straight out to our 3015. Let's just close these. Acknowledge pattern entry. Acknowledge pattern entry. You have no clue where blood in your kids. I can't see it. It should make landing interesting. Hold on. Let's try to find the location of the turn heading 310. Then let's see if we can actually increase the turn heading 320. See if that will actually get us aligned. I think it might, with the amount of time it takes for this to turn. Oh, directly ahead. Yeah, that is the closest. That appears to be an airport. Yeah, that got us lined up pretty well. No, it didn't. It did not get us lined up well. Oh yeah, slow down, shouldn't I? 160. Heading hold off. You're coming in quite a bit too quickly, in my opinion. Yeah, hopefully that's pretty short should be enough to land on. We're gradually slowing. I believe flaps 1 can be set about now. Oh, at the right altitude, so AP off. AT still on though. AT, of course, is auto throttle for those of you who do not know. Full flaps, gear down. Yeah, shut up, mouse warning. And pulling the spoilers shortly, if that's what you're whinging about. Yep, spoilers in. Gears down, loading in as well. Too high. That means descend is what we should do. Level off. How are we doing in terms of speed? We're clear to land runway 32 right. So that's good. Acknowledge the landing clearance. And continue our approach. That's good. Pretty stable. Managed to trim it correctly just instantly. That's something I usually am unable to do. That's actually a shorter runway. Well, let's hope it's... so let's hope it's short enough for us to land. No, let's hope it's long enough for us to land. You know, if the runway had to be short to land, we'd be all landing at Sava. Yep. We're a bit too low, so pitch the nose up. Let's zoom out a small bit. And I believe with the throttle set as it is, the auto throttle should just... Or the speed
approaching
should just stay the same.
3-2 right.
I know I am approaching 3-2 right. I'm getting ready to brake and stop the aircraft on runway 32 right. Lots of buildings here that I'm overflying. So do you really build buildings right there next to the bloody runway? If you do, I think that's a stupid idea. I will say that. I mean, I think that's actually those buildings might be above the glide slope. Then again, we won't be able to know that if we're not on the glide slope ourselves. Isn't that true? Yeah, you can see our lights there. Cut the engines were gliding. Coming into land. Approach flare. Spoilers. Reverse. Brake. We are down. And pretty much on the center line. That's pretty good. We drifted it. We're drifting off a bit. I'll turn on the next taxiway and just park at one of these gates here. I remember we took off from there. We taxied out from there, but I know we won't be able to taxi in. And also, we won't be able. I think if we had to land and
4,000 feet remaining.
We had to do a touch and go. I don't think we'd be able to. Contact ground on 121.9. Launch ground handoff, but I'm not actually going to. Yeah, I'm not actually going to do it. I think we'll just park straight ahead, actually, just to save time. But let's do what I did at the other airport, at some of the other airports. Engine 1 and 4 off. Let's watch as the outer engines spool down. Four-wheel park and then shut down the engine and end around the world trip. And we'll stop here, I think. Power down the other engines. Off, 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 off. So yes, that was a fun leg of our around the world trip from Portland to Toulouse. With an A380, I'm Boston 35. Goodbye.